Welcome back, YouTube, to Ghost Archives. My name is Gustavo, aka Ghost, whatever you want to call me. And today we're going to be talking about Drake, mob ties, Aubrey Graham. It looks like he doubled down and actually filed a lawsuit for defamation against Universal Music Group. This is big news. The news came out yesterday that he actually retracted the petition to see what was happening at UMG to cause Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar's diss track towards Drake, to explode and become the smash hit that it has. Drake is claiming that there are bots being used. Drake is claiming that there was illegal practices in play to ensure that his image was tarnished. He suffered a ginormous hit to his career, costing him multiple millions of dollars, especially during the time of renegotiation of his new contract with Universal Music Group. He's basically claiming that Universal Music Group conspired along with Kendrick Lamar to destroy his image in order to offer him less money for his next contract. And he's claiming that they're using payola. He's claiming that they're doing the bots, like I said. And just a bunch of impractical business practices. I'm seeing a lot of people react to this in not the most positive way. A lot of people said that he was taking the lawsuit back, but now it looks like he's actually tripling down on the situation. So I'm going to just give you guys some insight as to what this is looking like. And then I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. All right, so let's take a look at what this looks like. Drake is moving forward with his legal battle against his own record label, filing a federal lawsuit against Universal Music Group, alleging that it defamed him by spreading false and malicious narratives when it promoted Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us. Drake, the Canadian rapper whose real name is Aubrey Drake Graham, filed an 81-page lawsuit Wednesday in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Both Drake and Lamar are signed to UMG, but under different divisions. Drake under Republic Records and Lamar under Interscope. The lawsuit repeats some of the claims Drake made against UMG in a petition filed in November, when he accused it of conspiring to artificially inflate Lamar's Not Like Us on Spotify using pay-to-play schemes, bots, and other tactics. Lamar released the song over the summer amid a months-long feud with Drake. UMG's campaign went well beyond the traditional music company playbook. Indeed, UMG has unleashed every weapon in its arsenal, including on information and belief certain practices are unlawful, Wednesday's lawsuit says. It alleges that UMG offered financial incentives to third parties to stream the song and promote it without disclosing the payments to the public. The label also removed copyright restrictions, which allowed content creators to play the song in their videos, according to the lawsuit. So in this lawsuit, there is a complaint against actual YouTube streamers, people like Kai Cenat, Zeus, bro that makes those skits about J. Cole. What's his name? Bro that makes the skits about J. Cole. It further alleges that UMG used bots to play the song and boost its popularity. A spokesperson for UMG said the allegations are untrue and that Drake's claims that it would try to hurt his reputation are illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. The suit says false allegations in the song and UMG's decision to promote it led to real-world consequences for Drake. On May 7th, an armed group drove to Drake's Toronto home and at least one gunman opened fire, wounding a security guard. The next day, a different intruder used his bare hands to dig a hole under the home's security fence, it alleges. Guards at the property caught the trespasser, the suit says. Another break-in attempt happened at the home on May 9th, according to the lawsuit. In the 2 decades leading up to May of 2024, although Drake was constantly in the public eye, nothing remotely like these events have ever happened to him or his family. But these events are not coincidental. They immediately followed and were proximately caused by UMG's actions leading up to and on May 4th, 2024. Drake tried to resolve things with UMG privately, and the suit says, but it refused to do anything to help. And he said he would face humiliation if he sought legal action. The suit says UMG promoted the song because the label knew that the more it was streamed and played, the more money UMG and its executives would make. The company also knew that Drake's contract was nearing the end and extending it would be costly. By devaluing Drake's music and brand, UMG would gain leverage to force Drake to sign a new deal on terms more favorable to UMG. UMG's spokesperson said in its statement that Drake has intentionally and successfully used the label to distribute music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles to express his feelings about other artists. The label accused Drake of weaponizing the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and seek damages from UMG distributing that artist's music. We do not have to engage in defamation against any individual, UMG spokesperson said. At the time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become frivolous litigation target or for have done, as well as any artists who might directly or indirectly become a frizzer. Fuck you, fucking people. At the same time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artists who might directly or indirectly become a frivolous litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song. According to the lawsuit, Drake fears for the safety of himself, his family, and he had to pull his son out of elementary school because of safety concerns. He has also suffered financial harm, the suit says. I think okay, one last thing and then we can get into UMG wants the public to believe that this is a fight between rappers, but this lawsuit is not brought against Kendrick Lamar, they said. This lawsuit reveals the human and business consequences to UMG's elevation of profits over the safety and well-being of its artists, and it shines a light on the manipulation of artists for corporate gain. So, that was a little long, but I definitely got the gist of what we're talking about here. So, Drake is basically saying that because the label promoted Kendrick Lamar's track, Not Like Us, to the extent to where it got hundreds of millions of views. Actually, I think it just cracked 1 billion streams on Spotify. Spotify being the one company the one streaming platform that actually, I believe, is against using bots in their system. But we'll take that with a grain of salt. What I'm really getting from this is that, and I always try to think back, history is here for a reason, So let's just kind of take a trip back to 2015 when Drake and Meek Mill were going back and forth. The label promoted that song. The label pushed that song to the extent to where Meek Mill's reputation was tarnished, to where his money was definitely messed with, and he was the laughing stock of the whole summer. Now, Drake didn't call him a PDF file or say that he beat his wife or anything like that. But then let's fast forward. Let's go to let's talk about the Pusha T beef. He definitely lost, and he couldn't sue for defamation because the allegations that were made in the story of Adidon were true. except supposedly the part where he had an Adidas rollout for his son and all that stuff. I guess that wasn't true. But he didn't sue. He took it on the chin. He shut the fuck up, and he went on his way. Now let's talk about the beef with XXXTentacion. And this is kind of where this lawsuit really bothers me, because let's just say there's a theory out there that Drake had something to do with the murder of XXXTentacion. Now, I'm not into saying whether he did or he didn't. They caught the people that did. There's all kinds of theories on why. But what bothers me about this is that, the thing that sparked this beef was Drake taking music, bars, a sound from XXXTentacion, and he got called out for it. And this is something Drake has done his entire career, is take songs from other people and use it as if it's his and not pay any homage, and kind of beef with people when they call him out for it, i.e. The Weeknd, or I Love McConan, or Daylight, or XXXTentacion. I mean, the list goes on. We can keep going. When Drake dropped an album called Scorpion, there was a song called Mob Ties. When he dropped an album called Scorpion, there was multiple references to Triple X's death. When the God's Plan video showed up, it was a direct diss to a dead person. It was taunting a dead person. When he dropped the Sicko Mode video and he had a meteor crash on the lookalike of XXXTentacion, when he said SMS XXX, nobody had a problem with that. He didn't have a problem with that. He was actually okay being perceived as the one that was responsible for the murder of this young man, a man that was probably 20 years younger than him at the time. Now we go to 2024, and Kendrick Lamar drops Like That. And really all Kendrick Lamar said was, y'all bums, and there is no big three, it's just me. Drake was just fine with that. He jumped in and he dropped push-ups. And in that song, he references Kendrick Lamar's wife. You know what he say? He said, I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Cool. And then I believe he was trolling online. They have nothing to drop. These boys are down bad. The whole drop and give me 50, when the public perception was that Drake was this monster and this demon and he couldn't be stopped, and he was in the studio talking about drop and give me 50, drop and give me I'm sorry, I just know he was in the studio with his little hand like this, waving his little head, thinking that shit was hard. Shit was ass. But regardless, he dropped push-ups. And then he had the little snippet, drop. He literally begged Kendrick Lamar to drop. He then had his little minion, and I personally think that Maul is on Drake's payroll. I think that Academics is on Drake's payroll. I think there are a number of Instagram and TikTokers that are on Drake's payroll. And if not, y'all just some dick suckers, like, on God. But anyway, it wasn't a problem when Academics was shifting the narrative. It wasn't a problem when 50 got on the radio and was like, yeah, y'all don't want to mess with Drake. Y'all don't want to mess with Drake. It wasn't a problem when Drake was harassing people in Kendrick's camp that had nothing to do with the beef. It wasn't a problem until Euphoria dropped. And it was 7 minutes of the funniest song I've ever heard. I still laugh from the bottom of my stomach to that song. When you see Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. Bruh. Let me see where you get your abs from. Like, bro, what? Oh, dear Lord. That shit had people laughing. When the reactions came out. When Academic's reaction came out. Oh, okay. All right. Then you dropped the Tupac joint. Then you dropped the tailor-made freestyle, which honestly, wasn't a bad move. It was distasteful to hip-hop culture, but when we're talking about beef, it wasn't the worst move Drake could make. It actually taunted very well. If you were trying to taunt him to drop, it did a great job at doing that. Don't get me wrong. But when Euphoria dropped, it was a fucking bomb. When 616 in LA dropped, you knew something spooky was coming. You knew that there was more coming. I already said it off rip when this whole battle started. I was like, Kendrick gonna call him out for being a PDF file, for being a groomer. You know what I'm saying? I already knew. Because he said, if you take it there, I'm taking it further, and that's something you don't want to do. And that narrative of Drake being a PDF file has been throughout the fucking internet since 2017. Let's just be honest. And it's not Reddit theories. It's fucking pictures and stories told by these girls, by these women, that he was on some weird shit. And then these girls don't even fuck with him after, because they realize once they get older, they're like, oh, damn, he was grooming me. But that's besides the point. Then you get Meet the Grams. If you're going to sue for anything, sue for Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams has some real shit in there that you probably don't want anybody to say. Yeah, it was the family joint, but there's some real dark stuff in there that alludes more, and 616 in LA, that alludes to more than just he's a freak. It alludes to trafficking. It alludes to a system set into place by secret societies and sick individuals to be able to profit off of trauma and women. But yeah, whatever. Meet the Grams drops, and he's sitting there like, these boys are in shambles, and he posting still. It wasn't until Not Like Us dropped, because you dropped Family Matters, right? And it was cool. You say Kendrick beats on his wife, and he cheats on her, and your homie is the father of your child. These are all just random, like, where are we getting this information from? Did we get it from Reddit? Did we get it from Instagram? Is there a picture of, Kendrick's girl like messed up? Or is there reports? Is there not? There's nothing. There's nothing except for a hotel employee that was fucking racist and mistake them for another black man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. Not Like Us drops the same day, probably 24 hours after Family Matters dropped. If Drake really believes that there is a campaign behind this, and it was created by UMG and Kendrick Lamar for you to lose, so that way you cannot re-up, bro, you lost at Euphoria. You lost at Euphoria, bro. You lost at 616 in LA. You lost at Meet the Grams. You know what Drake's mad about? He's mad that he's not the number one artist in the world anymore. He's mad that the tables have turned And now the system's not benefiting him anymore. He tried to throw out all them songs without the label's support. He's trying to throw out allegations, but he can't take it. He can't take allegations. What's the saying? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. I mean, for real. If Triple X's family were to sue you for giving the public the perception that you're responsible for his assassination, would that be fair? If Kendrick were to sue you for making these false allegations, you would have a field day with it, Drake. You would literally call him a snitch and be like, this is mob ties, omerta, we got the money in the grave. Like, where was this gangsta Drake? Where was gangsta Drake? Where's gangsta Drake? Where's no face Drake? Where's that? No face. No face. Where is he at? Where is he at? Where he at though? No. You over here filing lawsuits and doing litigations and shit because you can't take it. And UMG responding lets me know that you ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. And regardless, even if the company did something illegal, even if Kendrick Lamar knew that the company was going to do something illegal, when the fuck has it been wrong in your book to do something illegal, Drake? You was cool. You would have been cool with it when it was you and Meek Mill. You would have been cool with it if it was Pusha T. You was cool with it when it was Triple X. What happened to mob ties? What happened to even the text message that leaked trying to ruin LeBron's marriage? Oh, I come from a code in a city where telling is not really looked upon in that type of way because we really just handle it in the streets. But then in your litigation, you talking about, oh, I fear for my safety. People are shooting at my house and da-da-da-da. Bro. You over here giving the perception of that you're the mob ties leader and you getting young kids killed out here. And you getting people beat up like Quentin Miller. And fucking I Love McConan and shit. That shit is fucked up. That shit is fucked up. And then for you to go and tell and act like you're doing this for the betterment of a label or for artists, you don't give a fuck about any other artist, Drake. Because I guarantee you, if Playboy Cardi got more sales than you, you would beef with him. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, if Future was the #1 artist in the world right now, and he still didn't want to make music with your bitch ass, you would fucking hate him. No. You're not getting away with this time, Drake. You're not getting away with this shit. So here's what's going to happen. Regardless, your reputation has been ruined. I spoke to Drake's #1 fan today. #1 fan. When Drake, when Not Like Us dropped, he was posting pictures of Kendrick with the thorns and the blood coming down like, oh, Kendrick thinks he's holier than thou. And da-da-da-da. He's a sinner too. Man, go cape for that fucking PDF file, boy. Go, that's your GOAT. Go listen to his music. Go bump his shit. Go drop. Aha. Yeah, that's cool. And I get it, bro. Like, you know, motherfuckers really hurt over R. Kelly. People love R. Kelly's music, bro. It's just uncomfortable to listen to him in the car knowing he did what he did. That's how I feel about Drake. It's uncomfortable for me to listen to him talk about mob ties and, oh, we gonna spin again, and SMS, Triple X, when this is how you act. You be acting like a real baby back bitch right now, boy. For real though. And this shit be pissing me off because it's like you're creating a whole generation of bitch-made motherfuckers that thinks this shit is okay. That's like, well, if I was over here and I was Drake, I would sue SZA and I would sue Kendrick and I would sue the label and I would sue this and I would sue that. No. You know what you would do? You would get punched in your motherfucking face. See, this is what I don't understand about this shit, man. This is what I don't understand about this shit. Is How are you going to step into the ring, wave the fucking flag? Matter of fact, how are you going to step into the ring, make the fight dirty, then when you get hit with a dirty hit back, you going to throw the fucking towel in the fight, get out of the ring, continue to antagonize, and then try to sue the fucking boxing organization for being like, yo, y'all profited off of him hitting me with a dirty shot. No, you got hit with a dirty shot and then you waved the white flag like a little bitch. We're profiting off of you looking like a fucking goofball. We're profiting off you being everything that was explained in the song. That's why these songs are aging like fine wine, and Drake's songs are aging like fucking hard-boiled eggs in the summertime. Like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it blows my fucking mind. Like, how stupid this shit sounds. What's up with all these fake ass gangster motherfuckers talking about they gonna do this and they gonna do that and they gonna do this, but really when they're in regular fucking life and stuff starts happening, they act like, how the fuck are y'all criminal when y'all fed? How the fuck are y'all fed when you say you criminal, bro? This shit pisses me off. But it's cool though. You know why? Kendrick Lamar hasn't said a word since he's dropped his album. All he did was drop the Squabble Up video. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. I'm at a loss of words, Drake. Like, I can't believe it, bro. And what makes me sick is that you really are acting like you're doing this for the better of the art, for the rap community. You're doing this for artists all over, because if this happens, you know what, bro? It's freedom of fucking speech. If you're over there at 1 a.m. with an underage teen on a yacht hugging her, and she's saying that y'all text all the time and that he talks to you about boys and dating and, you know, all this shit, and then, you know, she gets married at 18 and then you unfollow her. Like, bro, you're a sicko. That's called freedom of speech. That's called, you look like, the perception is you're all right? Don't sue UMG, bro. Sue the internet. They're the ones that created this narrative. Matter of fact, sue yourself. You're the one that took them pictures. You're the one that was DMing them girls. You were the one that was doing all this shit. How the fuck Kendrick just come up with that? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna call him Oop, my bad. I'll cut that out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this just, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. This isn't the last we've heard of this, but Drake is definitely spiraling. He's losing his credibility. And like I said, Drake's #1 fan said that he's ruining his own career. He's going to destroy his own career. And if that's how Drake fans actually feel, bro, like, that just goes to show you Drake's a bitch. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Comment Mob Ties if you think that Drake is really stepping like that, and you know what I'm saying? Drop.